A very good evening and welcome to the weekend. This is Look Up Weekend. I am Nancy Nalimwa. Sign language interpreter for tonight is Josephine Ouko. So glad you could join us this evening. We've got lots lined up for you, but before we get into it, here are our top stories.
Let us have some decorum and respect ourselves as we demand respect from others.
As a private citizen, how would you recall an ambassador? You cannot even transfer an assistant chief in your local application. Tonight on Look Up Weekend, President Willliam Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua hit out at Raila Odinga for telling off U.S. Ambassador Meg Whitman. COG Chair Anne Waiguru praises government's efforts in disbursing money to counties on time as a 3-day devolution conference comes to an end in Western Gishu County. And axe-wielding man suspected of terrorizing Murang'a residents arrested.
Once more, welcome to the broadcast. Do let us know where you're watching us from. Let's engage across all our socials. Lookuptv on Twitter, Lookuptv on Facebook, and Lookuptv on our YouTube channel. Let's begin. President Willliam Ruto and Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua have rebuked azimio leader Raila Odinga's criticism of U.S. Ambassador Meg Whitman, dismissing her rogue label. The president and his deputies, speaking at different functions, emphasized that Ambassador Whitman's assertion about the fairness of Kenya's elections is factual. The president conveyed this message on Friday at the Kenya Commercial Bank to Jiajiri graduation event that was held in Kasarani, as Gachagua spoke during the last day of devolution conference.
A day after opposition leader Raila Odinga's statement against the U.S. ambassador to Kenya, Meg Whitman, calling on her not to meddle in Kenyan affairs, the statements have irked the government officials, with President Willliam Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua calling out Odinga for his remarks.
I want to urge Ambassador Meg to ignore the noises and acclimatize to the Kenyan way of doing things. Perennial complaints year after year.
The American ambassador said two statements of facts. She said the last election was the freest and the fairest in the history of Kenya, which is a statement of fact. She said Kenya is open for business, which is also a statement of fact. Let us have some decorum and respect ourselves as we demand respect from others.
Rigathi termed the Raila's utterances as insensitive and a potential threat to the relations between Kenya and the United States. The second in command says Odinga should focus on his oversight role in the opposition.
Ambassador Meg Whitman and other ambassadors were at bombers throughout the counting of votes. They had access to the public portal. They had calculators. They are educated, and they have done some bit of mathematics. They added the numbers, they observed, and they were clear that the election was won fair and square, and it was open, democratic, and meets the best international standard.
Gachagua, targeting the leaders of the opposition, has emphasized that the government is closely investigating into the movements of the leaders whose security personnel was withdrawn and as soon will be reinstated upon return of normalcy from the recently witnessed political temperament.
Tomorrow you are down, and so on. Again, I want to request our leaders to exercise patriotism to their motherland. United States, that as I speak today, the United States of America is Kenya's largest trading partner in the world.
The opposition has, however, maintained that Whitman should keep off Kenyan affairs. Speaking on Friday while attending a funeral service in Kisii led by Eugene Wamalwa, Mwangi Wairi and Professor George Wajakoya, they have emphasized on the remarks by Raila.
So leo nataka tuambie wana Kenya kwanza, please ambia watu ukweli. Mambo ya nusu mkate is not an azimio agenda. Sisi tunataka tuzungumzie mambo ya gharama ya maisha,
mambo ya bajeti na mambo ile nyingine yetu. Sisi sio watumwa wa Muamerika.
No foreign dignitary can interfere in the internal affairs of the host country.
Stanley Lugaria, Lookuptv.
Thank you, Lugaria. Now, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has reiterated the government's commitment to making devolution work. In his speech while closing this year's devolution conference, Gachagua has echoed President Ruto's statement that disbursement of equitable revenues will be done expeditiously to enable devolved units effectively run its functions. Gachagua also says government has put in place proper mechanisms to reduce conflicts between the two levels of governance. Our reporter Henry Tende with more.
In his speech while officially closing this year's annual devolution conference in Uasin Gishu County, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has underscored the crucial role played by devolved units in decentralizing development and ensuring people at grassroots level enjoy improved services. Gachagua now says the government will stop at nothing in ensuring the success of devolution, including making sure funding to devolved units is done in a timely manner.
On assuming office, I undertook to eliminate conflict between the two levels of government, and I convened a meeting of all county commissioners and directed them to accord due respect and work closely with elected governors and the county governments. Governors, distinguished guests, as a result of that directive, there is seamless cooperation and collaboration between the two levels of government because we serve the same people. There are no Kenyans who belong to the national government, and there are no Kenyans who belong to the county government. All Kenyans are Kenyans, and they belong to the two levels of government.
To enhance devolution, the second-in-command says government is constantly monitoring the performance of county governments while eliminating threats that may hinder the smooth running of the 47 devolved units.
I have repeatedly cautioned the county commissioners and the security commanders that they must respect elected leaders and they must find a way to work with elected leaders. And I have told them repeatedly, in their unlikely and unfortunate events that they are unable to work together, governors are not transferable because they belong to those counties. And if they cannot work together, one must give way.
As Kenya Kwanza works to improve the county's economy through the bottom-up economic model, Deputy President has told county governments that a harmonious working relationship will be a catalyst for the success of the program.
We are here to cultivate and oil our mutual working relations for seamless service delivery. The conversation of this conference, therefore, has established that devolution is not a competition, but rather a working in a complementary manner for the benefit of the people of Kenya in the respective 47 counties.
Furthermore, he is convinced synergy between the national government and the devolved units will lead to success of major projects initiated by the government in agriculture, healthcare, and other sectors of the economy.
It was out of collaboration between the national government and the county governments that no Kenyan died from hunger. As we expect a bumper harvest, counties were key in the last mile delivery of over 3 million bags of subsidized fertilizer to our farmers in at least 40 devolved units.
Gachagua has implored the governors to support the national government's school feeding program to enhance learning, especially among the economically disadvantaged families.
The current school meal program has reduced dropping out of school by 56.5%, while milk alone has increased enrollment by over 50%.
To boost on revenue collection, the Deputy President has encouraged devolved units to leverage on inter-county trading to raise revenues to fund various projects. Henry Tende, Lookuptv.
Staying on devolution, it has been now 10 years since devolution was implemented in the country that aim to improve service delivery, ensure that decisions are made closer to the local people, communities and businesses they affect, providing greater freedoms and flexibilities at a local level. Kenyans, however, have different opinions on how devolved functions have trickled down. Mervyn Gitembe was on the streets to seek your opinion on 10 years of a nation devolved.
From the streets of Nairobi today on Your Opinion Matters, we were asking Kenyans, since the enaction of devolution in 2010, has it benefited Kenyans in any way?
I can say that from the time of the promulgation of the new constitution, I can say that it has helped the country because number one, it has created awareness whereby now as the normal Raya, we know the responsibilities of each and every person in the government. Like we know the responsibilities of the county government, we know the responsibilities of the national government, and even back to the ground, we know our responsibilities as member of the citizen. Because you realize that before the promulgation of the new constitution, there was wheezy. Pesa ilikuwa inapotea sana. But for now, when there is corruption in the government, we know, is it in the county government or in the national government, or we are able to know and to track this money that has disappeared. It is in whose office that this money has disappeared. Yes.
County vile imekuja hakuna kitu imenisaidia hapo. On my side sioni kama kuna kitu imenisaidia. Because kuna ni kama imekuja kusaidia wale wachache. Kama sisi vijana ni wengi hapa hatuna kazi. Haya kuna wale ambao wamesaidika lakini kivyangu ama wale vijana ambao tuko hapa wengi tuone kama tumesaidika.
Mimi nasema tanguzi county sikuje changes zimekuwa mingi sana. Cause kiangalia kama kitambo watu hawakuanga jobless kama venye tuko saa hii. Na ukiangalia kama saa hii tunaona huku mtaani venye watu ni wengi hawana wako jobless. So mi kama kitambo naweza prefer kitambo kuliko ya saa hii.
Majina ni Josephine wa Maitha, mkaaji wa hapa Nairobi. Kwa saa hii kutoka zianzishwe mambo imeenda mdhama. Mambo ni gumu sana. Juu vitu ziko juu na ugumu imekuwa ni kwa wingi sana. Pesa yenye tunapata haitusaidii. For now pesa haina value. Tunataka tu watupunguzie vitu ndio maisha iendelee poa.
Kuporwa pia unaporwa.
Wizi imekuwa mingi, economy imekuwa baya. Hakuna kitu yenye tunaona ni kizuri. Watupunguzie kama sisi wazazi tumeachiwa gharama zote. Wanaume walituacha juu mambo imekuwa gumu.
Now, some other opinions from Kenyans today, some of them are supporting devolution, some against, and some are on the opinion. Mavin Getembe, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Thank you, Getembe, for that. Remember, every day right here on Lookuptv, it is an opportunity for you to give your voice on national issues. Moving on, the government will partner with the private sector to create more than 100,000 internship opportunities. President Willliam Ruto said the private sector will be incentivized to support the program. He noted that industrial training will help solve the existing gaps in the job market by equipping the youth with the right skills.
It was a graduation ceremony that has seen the certification of 3,500 youths who had been trained on the KCB to Jiajiri program today in the building and construction sector.
The KCB group remains dedicated to supporting initiatives that empower the youth. We firmly believe that investing in the potential of young people is an investment in the future prosperity of our beloved nation.
Gracing the event, President Ruto lauded the KCB Foundation to Jiajiri program, noting that the initiative is in line with the government youth agenda of ensuring that they access decent job and creating employment through affordable housing. The president said the government has taken deliberate measures to create job opportunities for the youth once they complete their training.
For us, we have 3,500 young people whose zeal and commitment, knowledge and education, skills and talent, as well as willingness and readiness to make highly impactful contribution to national transformation is beyond any doubt. When I look at you, I see people who are passionate. This ceremony signals to the nation that the Kenya Commercial Bank Group, through the KCB to Jiajiri program, has successfully undertaken a monumental project, paving the way for other corporates to make their contribution.
Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu has also praised the patronage of KCB in ensuring the Kenyan youths are upskilled.
Excellency, and we want to assure you, as a means of education, that we will be able to partner with the KCB, Chair said, and all the other partners to make sure that we take technical education to another.
The KCB Tujiajiri program intends to create employment opportunities and support new and existing enterprises in the informal sector.
This is my request on behalf of the youths. As you are executing the affordable housing program, we are the wiremen and we are the builders. We are the builders. Si ndio watu wa mjengo huwa tunasukumana na mawilbaro huko kwa site na tunabeba masimiti. So I want to urge you, Mr. President, please just carry all of us as we are here, as we are graduating today.
Amin Abdurrahman, Lookuptv.
And in the Mount Kenya region, police in Murang'a have arrested the notorious axeman who has been terrorizing residents in Biru Kiharu for the past few months. The suspect, identified as Samuel Mwangi Minor, was arrested on Thursday evening in Kennel Town, Maragua. According to Murang'a County Police Commander David Matthew, police have been pursuing the suspect for about 3 weeks, tracking all his movements and activities.
For the last 12 hours, the National Police Service officers have been in hot pursuit of one of a serious criminal who is very notorious, and we managed to arrest him yesterday in the afternoon. And this notorious criminal has been involved in committing serious crimes like robberies, and he has been applying strategies like carrying petrol and an axe. Whenever he approaches an homestead, he smashes the window panes, and eventually splashes the petrol into those houses. So after doing that, he issues some threats to those people therein that if they raise an alarm, he's going to put the houses ablaze. That's how he's been operating, and he's been gaining access to those houses by breaking into those houses through the windows and stealing from the members of the public. And he has not done that one once. We have around 8 instances that have already been reported. I wish to inform the members of the public that we have managed to arrest him, and he is already with us, and we are processing him so that he can be taken to court.
And we are due for a very fast break here on the program, but do stay with us. We'll be back in a short while.
Infinity Industrial Park is one of the largest private industrial parks located along Eastern Bypass, Nairobi, which provides modern infrastructure for smooth operations for industries and business enterprises. Infinity Industrial Park offers world-class amenities and facilities with wide roads, a police station, a power substation, fire station, public transport stage, hospital, and shopping mall. In addition, Infinity Industrial Park also offers CCTV cameras, 24-hour private armed security patrol, sewer, water, fiber optic cable, and 3-phase power connection, added to public utility, canteen, and dining areas. Sail on the golden opportunity to invest in Infinity Industrial Park, fully serviced warehouses at a special price of 3,569 Kenyan shillings per square foot. For more inquiries, visit our website infinityindustrialpark.com.
Realize your home ownership dream by investing in Brookvale Tuala, a magnificent prime residential property located in Ongata Rongai. Brookvale Tuala by Safaricom Investment Cooperative overlooks the majestic Ngong Hills and lies only 24 kilometers from Nairobi CBD. The project boasts of well-serviced plots with a perimeter wall, graded roads and a borehole. 50 by 100 plots are going for 1.4 million shillings with a flexible payment plan of up to 6 months. To book your plot, call 0729 121212 today. Safaricom Investment Cooperative, the investment partner of choice.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with Lookuptv. This is Lookup Weekend. Nancy Nalima here and Josephine Oko on the sign language interpretation. In a Friday morning meeting, President Willliam Ruto convened with United States Senator Chris Coons at Nairobi's State House. The head of state confirmed the meeting via Twitter, highlighting its purpose to fortify relations between Kenya and the U.S. President Ruto has also underscored Senator Coons' recognition of Kenya as one of the most world's vibrant democracies. And elsewhere, a tragic incident unfolded at Naivasha DEB Primary School, where an 11-year-old John Saruni, a 6th grade student, lost his life. The young boy accidentally fell into an uncovered 63 feet deep borehole in the school premises. The unfortunate event occurred during his participation in school holiday tuition, engaging in playful activities with fellow students. Amid emotional scenes, parents, police, and Naivasha Fire Brigade workers collaborated to recover the minor's body, which was in a devastating condition before being transported to the local mortuary.
The death of a grade 6 minor caught the residents by surprise. This hole, 63 feet long, is where the young boy fell to his death as he was playing during the school remedial. Parents have been left in tears calling for borehole to be covered, blaming authorities responsible for endangering the lives of kids.
I really wonder why are these people living this all like this? Why are they living? They are covered with timber ambacho vitu ambazo zimeoza kitambo. In fact, hata kama watu wangekuwa wamejua, hata wangekuwa wamefungia hapo hivi na hiyo na hapo hiyo tanki ya maji wangekuwa wamefunga hapo kabisa.
Wanafunzi wakapo wanafaa kwenda nyumbani. This is holiday. This is kwa shule. Mbona wanafunzi siku ya holiday wanakuja shule? Ati kila siku 30 kwa siku 30 mza nini? Pesa yenyewe walipo na nini atoshike serikali. Wanataka pesa nyingine na 30. This thing is illegal. Hiyo ni illegal. Wanafunzi waende nyumbani.
Police have embarked on investigations as the body of the deceased is being preserved at a local mortuary. Faith Bonareri, Lookuptv.
Moving on, commission in the country, Bishop David Oginde, the EACC, has pointed out that the commission will continue to carry out its duties without favoring any side. This is due to the increase in corruption in many counties in the country. However, he wants the EACC to be given the authority to be able to handle cases due to the large number of cases in public prosecutor's office.
The chairman of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission in the country, Bishop David Oginde, speaking in Mombasa County, has said the commission will continue to perform its duties without favoring any side, noting that there has been an increase in corruption in the counties. Bishop Oginde alleged that the junior workers have been the puppets in committing the crime on behalf of the senior officers.
We are not targeting, we go for any incidences of corruption, whether big or small. If you have followed the report that we gave recently, I don't know who Nyangumis are, but in our view, if you look at the report that we gave out recently, we pursuing Ketraco, for example. Ketraco involves big names in that scandal.
Bishop Oginda wants the commission to be given the authority to be able to handle his cases due to the multiple cases in the office of the public prosecutor.
I used to think likewise until now that I'm inside, I've realized that small fish are actually the people who are being used by the big fish. The small fish are not stealing for themselves, they are actually stealing for others. We have a case like Siaya, for example, which we have just concluded investigations. We found a secretary who stole 70 million, and I say stole in quotes, but she never benefited from that money. It was given to or delegated, and that is a possibility, and we would like to discuss that with DPPs. It's not taking over their role, but if that was to be delegated to EACC, then we can be able to prioritize and forward these cases more expeditiously than it is happening right now.
Oginda has said this way will help a lot in fighting corruption and also be able to access the stolen money in time. Beatrice Njoroge, Lookuptv.
GMC Karen is a new eatery under the Optiven Limited, adding to the list after GMC Kitengela. The company opened its new spot at the waterfront Karen, promising its customers an unforgettable experience. Optiven CEO George Washiri said the company is committed to offering employment to the youth as it seeks to expand more to other parts of the country in the coming days.
A particular facility, we are targeting to create over 50 jobs, and the reason why I came to GMC is that this facility is already in Kitengela. We have GMC Kitengela, a huge facility right there with the swimming pool, with the conference facilities, and we say that it's a high time that this brand, GMC, is right here in Karen, and this is an encouragement to entrepreneurs out there that the Kenyan entrepreneurs can be able to develop their own brand and they export it in the countries across the borders. And this evening we are extremely excited that the work that you have done for the last 8 months has come to very nice conclusion today that we are opening this facility. I would say that the reason why we are targeted Karen is that Karen is upper market, and we have discovered that the children of upper market, the families of upper market requires an African joint, a joint, a restaurant, a space with an African taste. This definitely we want to encourage our young people. The other day I was watching news and I saw somebody banning their degree certificate, banning their diploma certificate. I want to encourage our young people, please do not ban your certificates. You need them. When you go to the university, don't go to the university because you want to get a job. You can go to the university, get that knowledge, get that wisdom, get that understanding, and you are able to start small. You are able to dream big. You are able to start now, regardless of where you are. Some people say we have no capital, but at the end of the day, it's not about financial capital. It's about social capital. It's about energy capital.
Right, and faced with limited employment opportunities, youth from Gishugu, Kirinyaga County have turned to online jobs as a means of livelihood, benefiting from the Ajira program, which provides access to free internet and computers. The youth are mentored and trained to navigate online work platforms at the Ajira ICT centers. There's and more stories in the County Roundup.
In a bid to create job platforms for the youths of Kirinyaga are embracing technology and finding work online through the Ajira program. This program is set to help the youths earn a livelihood.
Before Ajira, I used to look for jobs in different spaces. My background is in finance, and I used to seek jobs in different places, but Ajira has helped me in a big way to earn a living, to even be able to be in a position to do other works. Encourage the youth to embrace the programs in Nigeria, because there are a lot of youth that are benefiting, those that are aware by now. A lot of them are earning a living, decent pay. They get to work in different for different clients, and like where we have to formally have to make application and work in a specific office.
Elsewhere, anger, fear and sorrow best describes the mood of the people of Kapiego in Elgeyo Marakwet after a teenager in the area was killed by bandits who have been stealing livestock.
Kwa majina mimi naitwa Willem Ruto Kawertich. Mimi ndio msasa wa Felix Kimayo mwenye aliwawa. Mimi ni asla, nasomesha watoto wengi. Kijana wangu huyo angeenda Maseno na mwingine wakapianga. Wengine wako Pumbo. Wanyama imechukuliwa. Ng'ombe. Nalima huko hakuna usalama.
Mimi ningeomba serikali kitu kimoja. Tafadhali waziri wetu Kindiki, wewe ulishuka hapo Kalia, haichapita wiki moja, but 3 days baada ya wewe kutoka kuna ndege ililand hapo, na wakati ndege ililand hapo, immediately after like 6 hours kuondoka saa 12 by saa 3 kesho asubuhi mtu anawawa.
Sugarcane farmers in the country have urged President Willliam Ruto to reopen the sugar factories that are closed following an order from the Agricultural Ministry.
Kuu ni kuomba serikali iweze kutamatisha ufungaji wa viwanda, na ikiwezekana, mtukufu rais, jambo la kusema uagizaji wa sukari bila kikomo utatuletea shida zaidi. Tunaomba utusaidie na ufungue viwanda, na kama ni kuingiza sukari iingizwe kwa kiwango ambayo haiwezi kuflood market yetu ya Kenya.
Businessmen in Nakuru City have supported Nakuru Governor Susan Kihika's action to appoint some leaders to the city board. The businessmen say the appointment will bring a solution of the long-term conflict between the government of Nakuru County and the union of the matatu owners.
Ndio mdogo wa Central Rift Matatu Owners Association. Hii tunaongea, chairman wetu ni one of the board, city board, na tunamuombea apite hapo pengine. Kwa hivyo nashukuru Madam Governor kwa vile alisema atapea Muli kiti na saa hii ako naye. Katika serikali yake bado kuna wana matatu wamewapea kazi.
Kevin Nyapara, Lookuptv.
Let's now get sporty. The FKF Mozart Bet Cup champions Kakamega Homeboys held their final training session today at Nyayo National Stadium, ready for their first preliminary match for the first leg against Al Hilal Benghazi of Libya in the CAF Confederation Cup. The match is scheduled to kick off at 3 p.m. tomorrow Saturday at Nyayo Stadium.
So ukiangalia sisi sana kwa dhamira yetu ni kufika katika makundi, lakini kwanza ni kushinda hii mechi. Katika hii mechi tulikuwa tunataka wachezaji 23 na wao ndio tumefanya kazi. Ukiangalia tupo hapa 25 na 3 wengine wamebaki kule. Wapo Homeboys ndio ni mara ya kwanza, lakini ukiangalia wachezaji wengi hapa wana uzoefu. Kuna wale wamecheza hapa wengi, karibu wote tu, yani sema karibu wachache tu ndio hajacheza, lakini wengi wao katika hizi big stage wamecheza. So timu tu basi jina, lakini wachezaji tofauti. Wengi watupatie support, watuamini, maana naamini si kwa bahati kufika hapa. Tumetoka mbali, tumefanya mambo mengi kutoka mbali mpaka tufika hapa.
Kila mchezaji ukifika level ile tofauti lazima at least to make statement. Na siyesema like mimi kama as individual kuna labda mambo tofauti tunaenda kufanya manini cause nikem kama ya kawaida.
We know we are coming here to play with good team, physical, and he already have last week he played in the cup and he get the cup, and we watch this team when he was play with Jumaya Al-Kini, and inshallah we will make a good match tomorrow and good score. It's good for us for second leg.
And 48 players have qualified for the third round of the 46th edition of the Kenya Amateur Stroke Play Championship, sponsored by NCBA Bank together with the Communication Authority. The Kenyatta Memorial Bowl has attracted 129 golfers and is scheduled to kick off from Saturday to Sunday this weekend at Karen Country Club. The winner of the tournament will be awarded 120,000 shillings and an automatic slot in the 2024 Magical Kenya Open.
We are happy with the pool of players that have registered for this event.
But most importantly, and breaking news today, is the fact that Michael Karanga, who's been winning in this series, is now ranked 95th. I think this is the very first time a Kenyan golf player has gotten that position, and so I'd like to start by congratulating Michael Karanga for that achievement. We also have players who've been playing in the Junior Stroke Play Championship during the week at Muthaiga Golf Club, and we are happy with the resilience that they have to participate in this event. Michael, we have Elvis Mwigwe and Mikael Kihara, who are participating also in this event. So we are happy to see the youngsters participating in this. Overall, we have 3 countries that are visiting. We have Rwanda, we have Tanzania, and we have Uganda. And all these top players from those countries have come to battle out with the Kenyan players. We will be looking at who will be the winner, who will be in the last team on Sunday. But as we can see, we see quite a number of people have finished on the first day.
Now, the second round of English Premier League matches is set to kick off tonight, where Nottingham Forest will be locking horns with Sheffield United at City Ground at 9:45 p.m. Other matches are set to be played tomorrow. Liverpool will be hosting Bournemouth. Wolverhampton Wanderers will be taking down Brighton. Fulham will tackle Brentford, while Tottenham will be facing Manchester United. At the Premier League champions Manchester City will play Newcastle United. And just like that, we've come to the end of this broadcast this evening. But like I promised, let me sample some of your feedback. Pablo Moja says he's watching from Ruiru. And Mogashi Manuel says he's watching from Nairobi. And Muhela Atetwa says Nandi County is watching. We appreciate your feedback. And as well, Irene says she is watching alongside Ken, Isaac, and Princess. We appreciate you and hope that you had a great time being informed right here on Look Up Weekend. I am Nancy Lima. Sign language interpreter has been Josephine Oko. Keep it right here, Look Up TV, as we usher in the weekend, because we'll be right here to keep you informed over what's going to be happening during this weekend. Do have yourselves a pleasant evening. Take care and good night.